Good morning, Knicks Real Talk, the morning show. Salute to everybody out there, man. Salute Knicks Real Talk, the morning show. It's your man, Divine, BH Jedi 76. He's definitely in the building on location, man. So salute. Good morning. Hope everybody doing well, man. Time to ride and shine, get in your grind, get ready to start your day, man. When Knicks Real Talk, the morning show. COVID-19 still out there, man. Mask up, wash your hands, social distance, and all that good stuff, man. Maintain, protect yourself. But man, let's get it popping this morning, man. I hope everybody ready to do their thing, man. Get your coffee, your tea, your nourishment, whatever you need to fuel your body to get your day started. We're excited. Knicks definitely is in the building, man. They went in there and handled their business yesterday, man. Went into it was in the Garden with a comeback win victory yesterday in overtime. Clutch 3-point by Reggie Bullock. So I know Knick family feeling good. The fans are feeling real well. We excited. So we're going to get it popping this morning. We got my man BX Jedi 76 on location, man. Salute, BI. What's going on with you, BX?
Good morning, everyone in YouTube, Twitter,
keep it popping, man, while we get this
Instagram. Oh, how you doing, Divine? You doing good this morning?
I'm good. Salute, my brother. Good to see you, man.
Audio is all good. Everything's everything. We're here excited with the New York Knicks win, 122 to 112, win overtime, and the Knicks were led by Julius Randle, 33 points, 10 assists. 5 rebounds. Derrick Rose, what can you say? 23 points. He was clutch down the stretch, man. Derrick Rose, he turned back the clock on that Reggie Bullock with a clutch 3-pointer to end the game overtime. And Bullock chimed in with 15 points. You had RJ Barrett with 18 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And Noel with the huge block, 12 points, 8 rebounds, and huge clutch free throws down the stretch. The top game. Before the man, free throw shooting from our well, not just on the defensive end, but on through. And next, and they were 87% from free throw. You gotta like what we saw with the Knicks, and we were in a 6-game streak.
Real quick, let me go to the mic check. BX Jedi is having some audio difficulties, man, so we're gonna continue the show. I'm gonna mute and let him get his audio together. And yeah, man, what an exciting win for the Knicks last night. Great bounce back, comeback win. Sorry for technical difficulty this morning, but yeah, man, salute to the Knicks. I mean, what a grinded out game. I mean, what can you say, man? The New York City Grading Committee came in there, fought, scrapped, did the whole shebang, man. At the end of the day, they kept it in the game, got back in the game at the losing the league, but they kept competitive, stayed fighting, stayed scrapping, stayed grinding. Next thing you know, man, with the last play of the game, man, for regulation, man, Derrick Rose get the ball, comes around a screen, shoots down the middle, boom, left left pass to the corner to Reggie Bullock, and boom, he knocks it down. And then, that was exciting, man. So it was real beautiful to see. Knicks won the game, 6 games in a row, 4 games over 500. We looking good. We 6 in the association, a half a game out of the 4th and 5th spot. Man, what can you say, man? The New York City Grading Committee is battling hard, giving Knicks fans all the excitement they can have and right now, man. It's a beautiful thing to see. So salute to Tom Thibodeau and the coaching staff and the players, man, for grinding it out, never giving up, fighting to the last minute. And, man, what can you say, man? Julius Randle, once again, 30 points, 5 assists, 10 rebounds. RJ had a good game, though he fouled out in the quarter. We can't have that, but he had a great game. And Derrick Rose, man, he's the unsung hero of the Knicks right now. Ever since Derrick Rose has been here, he's been competing it up, man. Derrick Rose has really, really been doing something for us, man. So salute to Derrick Rose, 23 points, clutch in the game. Feel like you had the vintage Derrick Rose out there. That was great to see. Like you said, Nerlens Noel, awesome block. His defense, him and Todd Gibson holding down that center spot. It was really beautiful sight to see, man. But really, to me, man, I got to give kudos to Reggie Bullock, though. Not only with the shooting, but the defense that he put on Brandon Ingram was amazing. He did it to Luka Doncic. He did it to Brandon Ingram the game before. Now, last night, he does it again. He go in there and make that man earn every point he got. So Reggie Bullock, salute. a real big salute to Reggie Bullock, man. He's playing phenomenal basketball for us right now. The defense then shoot the three ball well, confident, knock down that corner three to send us in the overtime. And then once we got the overtime, Knicks put the beat down on them. Then you know what I mean. And what can you say, man? The New York City Gritty Committee, Shine, BX. I'm so excited about that. If you're not excited to be a Knicks fan right now, and you're not hyped about the situation, I don't know what to tell you, but real quick, salute to Tim Smith in the chat this morning. He said the Knicks are 15-7 in game D Rose played in. Absolutely, Tim Smith, Derrick Rose is playing some good ball for us. So we're excited, man, right now, man, just to get that week that out. And that tells me just by doing that, we're gonna go on that run. We will win these other two games. Just to win that game, which was almost a losable game, and come out and prevail. Knowing that could have been the game we lost and we won it, I think we're gonna go on a run. I think we win the next two games. I really do, man. That's just a testament to the way that team played, the way they fight. They never get up. They was calm. What amazed me, even at the end with like a minute left, when New Orleans went up, they stayed calm. They just was calm, and I'm like, okay, y'all guys, they know that they're not even worried. And sure enough, man, they came out out of that timeout. They threw the ball in. Knox got that little that handoff to Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose shot down the middle. Lonzo Ball tried to fade like he was gonna try to contest, and Derrick Rose just popped that assist over to my man. He just nailed it. So that was pretty, man. That was real pretty, man. So salute to the Knicks. We in there, man, and we playing some good basketball right now, man. So everybody out there on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Subscribe, hit the like button. Be happy this morning. It's the morning show. We on the grind. Me and BS Jedi 76. You see my man running it on location. He always grinding for Knicks Real Talk. No matter what time of the day is, where he at. The man on the JOB putting in work on the other JOB, which is Knicks Real Talk. So salute the Bronx Jedi 76. Bronx Jedi, man. What you think about that game, man? That thing was crazy.
Hopefully my audio is working. Give me a thumbs up, Divine, and my audio is working fine. Just to make sure we're going ahead. Okay, excellent. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you guys listening in the audio, listening in on me. Yeah, that game was wonderful. You seen Tom Thibodeau use 11-man bench. He used Kevin Knox. He used Frank Ntilikina. He used everybody, Obi Toppin. It was nice to see a whole 11-man rotation contributing in one way and one form. That's wonderful to see that. Next man up. No Alec Burke is currently not here. Next man up. You got Reggie Bullock hitting that clutch three-pointer. Once we got it into overtime, you knew that. Well, and right out at the gate of overtime, you had that steal from Derrick Rose over Brandon Ingram. And that set the tone in overtime as well. That was a huge play by Derrick Rose. That was wonderful to see that. And like I said, they're gonna go on a roll. They're peaking, they're gelling, and they're going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what makes it so exciting, man. Is they head in the right direction. And like I said, the NBA ain't unnoticed now about the Knicks. The Knicks will be in there. We'll be in that 4 to 5, 6 spot. I guaranteed you that. We will be in that 4 to 6, and let the chip forward. It may. It's impressive, and I'm just so giddy right now about the way they playing, man. That was a scrapping game. And they kept their composure. That's what I'm so impressed about, is the composure that they kept, even when they gave up that lead at the end of the game. They kept their composure. And once they hit that 3-point shot by Reggie Bullock, just to see Derrick Rose come back on the other end and block my man's 3-point attempt to send it into overtime. That's the spirit that I love to see with this team, man. Like Derrick Rose could have easily let it just went in there and just say, well, I'm gonna try to contest the guy. No, he went in there and blocked the shot. You know what I mean? And his brains was like the old Derrick Rose on that defense play. So salute to the Knicks, man. And they're just excited, man. It's an exciting right time to be a Knicks fan right now. The New York City Gritty Committee, they just going hard. They competing, they battling, they leaving it all on the floor, they scrapping. And I gotta pay homage to that center position, Noel and Todd Gibson. Them cats holding us down there. You know what I mean? They are truly holding us down there. And like Noel, what can I say, man? Another ridiculous block on Brandon Ingram. He did it against Dallas Mavericks with Finney Smith. Nerves Noel, man. We got. When I watched that team and to be on national TV yesterday and see the way that defense was playing, they know what it is, man. Teams know what it is now. Like I was saying, when you come to New York to play, when you play at the Knicks, it ain't who outscore who not going to get scored on, and Knicks not giving you that, and that's the type of atmosphere and type of basketball you want to play going into the playoffs, knowing that we're not going to let you score on us because we got to score on y'all to try to win this game. They playing that type of basketball. Tom Thibodeau got them dudes. I mean, he in a rest grill all the time. He got the players like, nah, man, you ain't taking it away from us. So I love that, man. That was a really great win, 31-27, 4 games over 500, 6 in the Eastern Conference, looking to move up, man, in the standings. We got the Charlotte Hornets tomorrow at the Robo Famous Arena, 7:30 tomorrow night. But we're going to enjoy this one, man. We're really going to enjoy this one, man. Salute to Supreme System Lower, a.k.a. Chop Low. Salute, Chop Low. We see my brother. He out there on this grind as well this morning, putting in his work. So salute to everybody out there, man. Knicks Real Talk, the morning show, BX Jedi 7-6 and Divine. We in here. Knicks had a popper last night, man. It was yesterday afternoon. It was crazy. I was on a Saturday chilling home and just watching, enjoying it, man. I wanted to come out so bad yesterday, but I was like, man, I'm still high off the game. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? So I said, I'm going to maintain and do the morning show. We here and we getting it, BX, man. But that was impressive, man. It really was to gut that out and win that ball game. So I'm happy about that.
Well, absolutely. We're defending home court. We did what we did. We had to go defend home court, and we went and defended it. We were proud, New York City Gritty Committee. No one's coming into the Garden to run amok. Now teams are going to be reluctant to come to the paint. We've seen back-to-back blocks from Noel, so now these teams are going to be reluctant to be jump shooting teams. Now, if these teams don't have their shots going in, then they're not going to want to go into the paint because they know what's waiting for them in the paint. So that's a huge play. Dominance going forward and a lot of intimidation factor going into the game. Now the Knicks got a psychological edge because teams are not going to be able to get those points in the paint. They're gonna like, wait a minute, the guards, especially the guards, like, man, if I go in there, he's blocking centers and he's blocking forwards dunks. Well, I mean, the guards don't got a chance. So that's a good thing going forward, that intimidation factor. Now reputations precede themselves. National televised game, twice, back-to-back national televised game. You can't come into the paint because Nolan's Noel and Taj Gibson, they're going to send it back the other way, and that's a good narrative going forward in these last few games, and that's a dominance of the New York City Gritty Committee. The 90s basketball is back. That's what it seems like. The Knicks turned back the clock. Derrick Rose turned back the clock. And kudos to Tom Thibodeau, and what got me upset was like Tom Thibodeau should be in consideration of the coach of the year. No, ESPN. Tom Thibodeau is the coach of the year. No questions, doubt it. Period. Stop. Drop the mic. Thibodeau is the coach of the year, no matter what. Even if we don't, knock on wood, don't win another game the rest of the season, he is the coach of the year. Well, he got this team going to, and how he's got the city galvanized in it, that's coach of the year material, folks. Tom Thibodeau is coach of the year. You could bank on that. And like I said here, the Knicks are going to go on a run. I said it here. They're going to flirt with the 4. They're going to end up 5. I've been saying it since 3 weeks now, and I'm staying with my pick. I'm staying with it. And also, when they get in the playoffs, watch out. They're going to go on a nice run. They're going to go on a deep run. I'm not putting any limit to this team, and I'm not saying they're going to win the title, but they're going to go on a nice run, a nice deep NBA run. In these playoffs, Eastern Conference, they're a force to be reckoned with, and they're proving it night in, night out, and they're only getting better with all aspects of the game, Divine.
Yeah, absolutely. I second that, man. They locked in, brother. They locked in. They are locked in, and that team come to play every night. And what's amazing to me is that wing position defense, R.J. Barrett and Reggie Bullock, man. I'm telling you. They RJ Reggie Bullock, he got to come back. That dude, man, he giving it to you. You talking about 3 and D? He's the real definition of the 3 and D. I mean, and then what was great about Reggie Bullock, when he circled around off that screen, he hit that mid range. He was popping it yesterday, man. He was popping that mid range, and that I was like, okay, he got it going on. I mean, 15, great D on Brandon Ingram. See, and that's what's so great because Brandon Ingram only had 19, he had 15. So to me, we won that in my sense because you expect Brandon Ingram to go up for 25, 26, 27. Reggie Bullock made a hard on him. He had 19 points, but that was a low percentage 19 points. Reggie Bullock was up in that man all night, chasing that man all night, all day long. So salute to Reggie Bullock. Even though RJ fouled out, but RJ had he got us going in that first half, that first quarter. He was lighting it up, man. I'm like, okay, so it's just, I'm excited, man. I know as Knicks fans, we all should be excited. But man, y'all get that good feeling in y'all this morning. It's Monday, April the 19th, 2021. Knicks of 31-27, man. We on the 6-game winning streak. We on fire. New York should be on fire. Knicks fans should be on fire because we doing it right now. So everybody get up and get amped, man, and get excited, man. The Knicks is back, man. And I got to reiterate that. And that was a gritty comeback, and I'm loving every bit of it. Winning the overtime, we just put it away. And then that's one thing I noticed about that game. Is that once we got the overtime, the Knicks said, "Let's put this thing away." They put it away. Coming out the gate, they like bang. They just started running. I'm like, "Oh, it's over. It's over." So yeah, man. Salute to the Knicks. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody there on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You know, y'all subscribe to the channel. Me and BS Jedi 76, man, we in here bringing y'all some news, notes, and content this morning. It feels good to be a Knicks fan, man. And I hope everybody feeling well this morning. Got to go to their JOB, they workout, they school. You know what I mean? Wherever you're going, man, up and down the coast, man, go do your thing, man, and enjoy this win tonight. We will be back tonight at 8:30 with the night show. You know, it's going to be fire tonight, man. We're going to get that popping as well. You know, as we talk about the game tomorrow going into Charlotte, recap some of what we talked about this morning. But it's going to be fire, Knicks fans. So we're going to get it today, man. We're going to get it tonight. Then we got Charlotte tomorrow at the world most famous arena. We're going to battle it out. But it was a duel at the Garden, man. It was a duel at the Garden. Knicks in overtime, man. We took it to overtime. Then we ran the muck in the overtime. But the way we got to overtime was impressive. Like I said, big up Derrick Rose, Reggie Bullock, everybody, man, the whole team, Kevin Knox, all you guys, Frank, everybody who played, man, Obi, Manuel quickly, everybody, man. That was a good team win, good team effort, and next man up mentality, like you said, BX, and I'm excited, man. I am super hyped about that game. But yeah, we dueled it out. And we came out victorious, man. That's why we sitting at what we sitting at this morning, man. So we got to feel excited about that duel at the Garden last night, brother.
Absolutely. We're 5 games away, folks. 5 games away from finishing no worse than 500. We're 31-27. 36 is the point. So only 5 games away from there, from finishing 500 or better. So we got to big up to the New York Knicks with that 6-game winning streak. We're climbing. Unfortunately, we didn't grab any ground in the Eastern Conference with the teams ahead of us, but that's okay. We're still putting the pressure on them. We got to let those teams got to rise to the occasion as well. So the Knicks took care of their own business, and you know what? Like I said, you take care of your own business, you put pressure on the other teams, and that's what it comes down to. You know, come Tuesday, we'll get into the Charlotte Hornets, you know, in that battle. But right now, we're talking about this wonderful game last night and in Madison Square Garden, and man, what a game to give the fans, you know, the 25,000 plus, 2,500 plus, excuse me, that were at the Garden sounded like 25,000 plus. It was loud. They were in full force. They made that a home court advantage, you know, and you know, you saw even Stan Van Gundy got frustrated. He got frustrated with his own team. Their Pelicans are in trouble. I think there's, you know, first year under Stan Van Gundy, man, doesn't look good for them. You feel for them, and you even hear, and I'm gonna smile because you heard it here from Knicks Real Talk over a month ago. I told you Zion Williamson wants to play for the New York Knicks. I told you that, and you read the press conference with Zion Williamson. He had that big grin, that little Alice in Wonderland cat grin from year to year when talking about the Madison Square Garden. You know, and it was a good wash between that good battle between Julius Randle and RJ Barrett. It was a wash. They had almost the same identical play. You know, right now, and if you want to pick a player, I like Randle a little more because Randle gets you the 3-pointer. He gets his teammates involved with the assists. You know, Zion is just pure brute going to the basket and scoring and doing that. But, you know, you could see all around complete game from Julius Randle, you know, with the high assist, with the rebounding, you know, getting his team involved. You know, he could hit any shot from anywhere, and that's what you got to like about, you know, Randle currently right now over Zion Williamson if you're thinking about a change there. But it can come in 3 years down the line when Zion is up for free agency. I could see him signing with the Knicks. I called it already, so I could see that coming for fruition. But worry when that gets there. You know, that's for fantasy and for Knicks Real Talk when we want to talk about improving the team. But right now we're giddy about this team, the way they came out. Despite being out scored 12 points in the paint, the Knicks still pulled this win out. You know, they were outscored 12 points. And what I loved about the game yesterday was they led from wire to wire in overtime. The Knicks led from wire to wire in overtime. They put the clamps on, and they said, you know what? We're gonna get rid of. We're done. We're done with you. No more playing around. That's it. We're gonna get you out of here and that's it. Finish them. And that's the killer instance that we want to see going forward with this team. And we're really excited about where they're developing and the chemistry. Everybody that comes in there, you see all different types of two-man games. You can see that as a team is in sync. They're in sync. They trust one another and they trust the system, Divine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like the worst thing you can do is wake up a sleeping giant. When you got us to overtime, you woke up a sleeping giant. And that's what happened in overtime. They woke him up and they just put him away. You know what? But man, let me tell you something. Julius Randle, if like I told y'all, if he's not in the MVP conversation, something is wrong. Trust me. I don't care who the beat writers is, whoever voting that MVP conversation, whoever decided to make them picks, you got to put Julius Randle in that conversation. He is in the MVP conversation because if you look at what the New York Knicks is doing, he's in there. Julius Randle, 4 straight 30-something games. I mean, the cat is, he's unbelievable. He is playing unbelievable basketball. He got that team playing at a high level. It's just so many accolades you could throw at the Knicks right now. It is amazing. But Julius Randle, though, man, listen, that cat went and gave it to Zion twice. He gave it to Porzingis. He with whoever that man go up against, they know they got a handful. Julius Randle is a handful. And that 3-point shot was, to me, was like the clutch one with point something on the clock, and he let that thing go out of the fingertips, man, and like, wow. I'm like, okay, it's a wrap. So yeah, man. Salute to Julius Randle. Too much to handle. Randle, man. Broadway Barrett. Like I said, though he fouled out though, but that brother was balling at the beginning of the game. It's exciting to see, man. And minus that being down, Alex Burke to protocol. We don't know how long he's going to be out, but he's one out. He could be running for 6th man of the year. He's in that conversation. We missed him yesterday. So just like a lot of other teams, when they down players, we down players too. We were down on our major scores coming off the bench, and we still find a way to eke these games out, man. So that just tells me that this team is built for this stuff, man. They are really built for this grind. That they got that New York mentality. They not folding under pressure. They just keep fighting, man. I don't know what to say, man. That's impressive to what they're doing. So salute to the Knicks, man. Real talk, man. Them cats have got us feeling good about basketball in New York City and all over the place, man. They, though a lot of these networks don't want to give them their props. We don't need no network, no other franchise to get Knicks their props. We give them their props. We give them their just due. The Knicks fans are giving them the just due. So we don't care about what other stations don't want to show that love. The Knicks fans are showing love because they deserve it. 31-27, man. It's phenomenal, man. And we on a good stretch. We on a good run, BX. And I think we going somewhere with this, man. I think we on to something, man. Before we go into the next segment, man, I'm gonna go ahead and plug the show and everything, man. But salute to the Knicks. We in here. Yeah, we back, man. BX, man, it's awesome, man. We're feeling good this morning. If you look at where we at right now, man, standards, man, and the way we playing right now, we playing some good basketball, man, and we in there, man. You look at where we at right now. The Sixers are number 1, number 2. The Bucks lost. They had number 3. They reeling. Be careful about that 3 spot. We got the Hawks at number 4. Celtics at number 5. We got the Knicks at number 6. Heat at 7. Hornets at 8. Pacers at 9. We have the Raptors at 10. We have the up and coming, and you got to look out for these guys. The Wizards, man. We got the Bulls at 11, Wizards at 12. Magic at Cavaliers 13, 14. The Magic at 15. The Detroit Pistons, and we sit at the 6th spot, a half a game out of that 4th spot. We are really truly in there, man. And so we just got to keep grinding this thing out and stay competitive. But we got the Hornets tomorrow, guys. Then we got the Hawks the day after that. So that could easily change by Wednesday. By Thursday we could be up in the 4th or 5th spot, depending on what the Celtics do. So we looking good in the Eastern Conference standing, man. If you look at our last 10 games, we playing some real good basketball. 7-3, win 6 in a row. 18-10 at the Garden. We got home. Well, you ain't coming here flipping no bottles at the arena. You best believe it. We come in there. We got it going on. We looking good, man. And I'm excited, BX, man. So this up and coming, the schedule and the standard that we at right now and the position that we in, we looking pretty good, man. What you think about? I know you said that we're going to move up to the 4th or 5th, and I see that coming to fruition. It's just a matter of time, man. I think by next week we'll be up there. just my guesstimation and my humble opinion. I think if we continue playing on this home game, staying the way we playing and keep eking out these wins, before you know it, guys, the Knicks will be up there. What you think, BX?
You know my motto: hustle never sleeps with the 2021 New York Knicks. They keep bringing that hustle, that defense, and going into position with the coaching staff has brought them in there. Of course you're going to see them climb up because hustle doesn't sleep with this team. Everyone's playing good. Everyone's defense never takes a day off. That defense come in, night out. You got guys stepping up from all part of the bench. I forgot to give props to Emmanuel quickly. He had a wonderful steal and on a fast break that led, and then on an assist that went in for a dunk in overtime. Emmanuel quickly came up huge in that fourth quarter to overtime playing, despite after Bullock got fouled out, you were like, oh man, our main gun that's hot in overtime fouled out, but next man up. You gotta love everyone has that next man up mentality. They lace their boots up, they put their hard hats up, and going forward, you could see these protect the home court. This team protects their home court, and why I don't see them, having someone come into the Garden and really run amok on the Knicks. No way. Not with this defense. Not with the center position. No one in the paint. This team is shooting well. They're finding each other's stride. There's a lot of different guys. They know the rotations. Thibodeau. They're comfortable. They know what Thibodeau's looking for and what his expectations are, and they're all up for the task. They all one for one and for all. So you gotta like that, Divine.
No, absolutely, man. It's something to see, man. We haven't seen this brand of basketball in New York City in a minute. You know what I mean? In a minute, man. We haven't seen this brand of basketball, and it's great to see. It's great to see the spirit that's going on around it, man. The energy on the team, the commodity, everything, man. They are blended like, oh my goodness, man. They like Tom Thibodeau planted that seed. Now you see everything start to grow, starting to blossom, and that team is really coming into its own. What a time to hit your peak, what a time to hit your stride. Because on any given night, that could have been a loss. They're like, nah, we just going to design a play, give it to Derrick Rose, and he brought it in there, and Reggie Bullock, boom, confident stroke, no hesitation, no nothing. So it's amazing, BX. It's amazing as a Knicks fan right now, man. We've been waiting for this for like the last 8 years. We stayed loyal, stayed humble. We kept grinding with our team, but our team now giving us something to believe in, making them feel good about something, man. It's exciting, man. Knicks Real Talk, the morning show, Divine Bronx Jedi 7-6, on location doing this thing. Knicks 31-27, 6-game winning streak. About to, go into the Garden tomorrow against the Hornets and try to get that 7th. And man, we looking good, man. It's just awesome. And every game we win is a must for us. It puts us in a better position, and it keeps us from going down. So I think if we can get these next couple of games, and by the end of this road trip, be at 35, 36, like you said, and I'm going on that West Coast trip. The season will be over pretty soon, and we'll be ready to go to playoffs. And we're gonna be in there. So I'm excited about that, man. And we got to stay in this race, man. And like I said, Boston got a game tonight. They probably win that one at home, but you never know. But then tomorrow, man, like I said, we got the Hornets at the arena. We got to go in there and get that game. Then the next night, we got a back-to-back. We got the Hawks too. They got a back-to-back against us as well. So we got to definitely go in there and keep hustling and keep bringing it to the forefront, and let's get this win. And salute Brooklyn Belly. Good morning, Brooklyn Belly in the chat this morning.
Good morning.
Back, absolutely, my brother. Salute to Brooklyn Belly in here this morning, grinding it out. Yeah, man. It's awesome, man. So salute to everybody out there, man. Tell them rise and shine. Get on your grind. Get ready. Get up and do what you got to do, man. Enjoy your day. We don't have a game tonight, but y'all hit us up tonight, 8:30 tonight. Knicks Real Talk, the night show. We on prime time. Y'all know what it is. 8:30 tonight. We gonna go with some more recap and get ready for the game tomorrow. Talk about Charlotte. Talk about all the good stuff that's going on in New York. And it's some good vibes going on right now in New York City basketball, man. So y'all keep enjoying this stuff, man. It's really, really good. And we're going to keep it popping, man. And BX, man, we just got to keep it moving, man, and let the chip fall. But I like the way the chips are falling right now.
You got to love what's going on in the New York basketball. You got to love it from everywhere, from the coaching, from the front office, from the players, from the fans. The fans are galvanized. They're giddy. They're enjoying this 2021 season. Just think about a year ago, we would have lost that game with the coaching staff that we had and the mindset we had before. Now every every game they're in, they feel like they're gonna play They're taking a little model from the New York Yankees. You play today, you win today, and that's it. That's how they are. It seems like it. They play today, win today, and that's it. And that's what this New York Knicks team has adopted, with that mentality. And I love it. I love to see, Derrick Rose. Where would this team be without that trade with Derrick Rose? Wow, that's a huge pickup. And Taj Gibson. I mean, we cannot stop saying enough about what Taj Gibson professionalism and brings to the team night in, night out, and the growth of Emmanuel Quickly and an Obi Toppin on this team. Despite Obi not fulfilling his expectation, but Emmanuel Quickly, what a pickup. These guys, they under pressure. That's how you make diamonds, man. Diamond is a piece of coal under pressure, and you're always seeing that with Emmanuel Quickly. I love it. I love what's going on in New York City basketball, and you gotta love it. If you're a Knicks fan out there, and I thank you guys for joining us on YouTube, out there in Facebook and Twitter and Instagram Live. I appreciate you guys here in the morning with us. I hope you guys get your morning up going, out on your way to work, out on your way to school, out and about. You're going to your doctor's appointment, you're going to go work out. Thank you for joining us in Knicks Real Talk. And, and let's celebrate New York. Let's get it. We got, 6 in a row. We're going to make it 7. The 7 heaven, hopefully Tuesday night against the Hornets. And it starts, at Madison Square Garden. And we know that we're going to be led by a smart head coaching staff and our all-star, Julius Randle. We know we're going forward. And you know what? Let's keep it rolling. Absolutely, Divine.
Yeah, absolutely. Facts, man. We got to keep this train on that track, man. This is a beautiful ride right now, man. We got to keep the engine going, keep producing, keep fighting, scrapping real hard, man. 'Cause I think it's starting to show up, man. And to me, right now, it's like, for me, it's not so much when we get in the playoffs, where we go. It's a less Knicks New York playoff what seed question. The reason why I put that out there, because I know we in there. What seed we gonna land at? Pretty much, and I'm like you, man. I'm looking at that 4th or 5th spot. I would love that 4th or 5th spot, But excuse me, we on the 4th the play in, and I think we will. But hey, if Antetokounmpo and keep doing what they do, you never know what happened at the 3rd spot. You just never know. You know what I mean? Look at Brooklyn lost last night. You know what I mean? So you just never know, man. KD got India. I hope he's well. We don't want nobody so nobody get injuries, because that's wish that on nobody. But it's part of the game, man. And they athletes. They going to compete and use bodies real hard. You never know what happened. So just like we got the major injuries. Sometimes we had them all year long. We finally getting healthy. And and then we get one. I got the protocol, but it's to let you know, man. That's how the association rolls. It's like, 1 minute you could be, your whole team could be there. 1 minute they won't be there. But you like you say, next man up. You play with what you got, and you play with what you have, and you keep battling. That's what the Knicks are doing. They lost Mitchell Robinson. Look at it. Since Mitchell Robinson went down, they like 16 or something, or whatever the case may be. They balling hard. So imagine if he was here. It'd be even more tougher for teams to play us. So you got to give credit to that, man. But that right now, playoff bound, yes, we will see. I'm looking for 4 to 6. I don't think we're going in that buy-in. I don't think the Knicks going to allow to be in that buy-in. Because I really think we know they know where they want to be, and they know if they can avoid that buy-in and let them teams battle out in the buy-in, we get rest and prepare ourselves. Because the Knicks are in the playoffs right now. You ask me, the way we compete, the fighting and battling, I think it's so good for Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, and them young guys. The way we fighting for this playoffs, because it feels like we're in the playoffs now. So when we do get to the playoffs, it won't feel too overwhelming to them. Because they going through all this battling now, trying to scrap out these wins to stay in a certain position. It's like, it's not a win or go home mentality, but they playing like it's a win or go home. So it's really good to see that the Knicks battling like that. Them young guys getting that experience. We kept a stride. Great overtime win now that put us up, a better position in the playoffs. But I'm looking at that 4 or 5 with you, BX. I think we're gonna be in that 4 or 5 or 6, and hopefully, I hope it wind up being us at the Celtics 4 or 5. Or and I'm looking at it for that, because they playing some good basketball as well. They don't court they stride as well. So they playing good basketball as well, man. So when at the end of the year we got to play them one more time. So you just never know by the time we get to the end of the season what a game like that might mean. It might mean us being in the 4th and them in the 5th. We still play the way we playing. So it's going to be exciting, man, going down for this playoff, Bourbon. But I think that 4 or 5, man, that's the seed I think we're going to be at, man. What you think?
Yeah, you know me. You know my stance. I said they're gonna be 4th, flirting with the 4th, and end up with the 5th. And then who knows if they keep up, this hot streak, they might just stay 4th, and flirt with the 3rd. Maybe that's another possibility. You never know. The ways things are falling, in Milwaukee land. You don't ever know. Even the Brooklyn Nets, they might be going on. They could go on a little slide with Durant out for another. I heard he's going to be out at least a minimum of a week with that contusion. And you got Harden. We don't know. He's in witness protection. And you got Kyrie, who if he's going to come to play or not. So they're not a lock to be up there in the top 2 seeds or top 3. So as long as the Knicks keep playing their winning and keep winning, well, anything could be possible. I know it's a little short time in games to catch up and it's a little far-fetched, but anything could happen. This has been a weird 2021 season in the NBA, so anything could happen. I'm not saying they're going to get there, but would it be surprising? I don't think so. I don't think it'll be surprising. It wouldn't be shocking. You see a up and down jockeying position. A team is going to get hot. And this team right now is playing, barring injuries. Now that's another key. New York Knicks could go as long as they're barring injuries. They could go as far as their team is willing to go, and if they keep striving and keep playing, and RJ could even improve even more. There's room. What's scary about this New York Knicks team? There's so much more room for improvement on these players, and you see that maturation that these guys could keep improving night in, night out, and you gotta like it. They scored it was overtime, but they scored 122 points. You see the increase of points in this team. You see the confidence, you see the body language. Like, we're gonna get this, we're gonna score. Yeah, we have a double-digit lead. Sometimes they allow teams back in, but that's part of basketball. All teams are due for runs. It's just how how to stop the runs and start hitting clutch shots. And you see the Knicks, they get punched in the mouth and they come back up and they punch you right back. And that's a sign of a playoff team going forward. So I like our chances moving up. I said it was going to be 4 or 5, and I think they're going to, be in 4 and maybe flirt with 3 if everything breaks perfectly. I know we have a tough West Coast trip. We got Phoenix. We still got to play Phoenix twice. We got Denver. We got a lot of tough guys out there, but we've seen a lot of the Eastern Conference team handling the Western Conference team, up and down. So that fear of the Western Conference, I don't have any fear for the Western Conference teams like other Knicks fans might have. This team could play. These teams haven't played a defense like the New York Knicks, folks, and that's the big key. And now, like I was saying before, you intimidate that with the center position, with Noel and Gibson. Teams are gonna have to want to just shoot the ball from the perimeter. They're not gonna want. They're gonna think twice before going into the hole because they know that their shots might get sent back, and that's a good thing going forward, Divine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you, because that puts a lot of pressure on the other team's offense. They'd be like, okay, but rely on their 3 ball in a mid-range game, and that's to get the 3-point shooting position. You know what I mean? So that's what's so impressive is the way they defense and interior keeps them out on the perimeter. But at the same time, their perimeter defense is phenomenal. They play a good perimeter defense this year, so that's really awesome to see, man. And I just think that if we keep it up at this rate, it's going to be a problem for a lot of teams, man. And Brooklyn Belly said BX was right about Zion wanting to be in New York. Yeah, exactly. Brooklyn Belly, you heard it on Knicks Real Talk first. So when this thing comes reality a couple of years from now, we look back to these segments and say, you know what? Bronx Jedi 76 called it, man. You know what I mean? So salute to that. And yeah, man, it's exciting right now, man. Knicks has got it popping right now. And, we just got to maintain, stay up in there. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody out there they're checking out the show in the morning, man. Knicks Real Talk, the morning show, Divine, Bronx Jedi 76. We ain't here, man, bringing y'all some content from last night. Knicks news and notes, how the game went down, what's coming up, what's going on. So this real quick, man, let's look at the up-and-coming schedule, because I think that's really going to let us know what we dealing with here. And for what I see, just looking at what's going on tomorrow, the Knicks got the Hornets at the world most famous arena, 7:30, winnable game. Then on the back-to-back, we got the Hawks on the 21st at the world most famous arena, winnable game. Then we got the Raptors coming in. You know what I mean? So then we got the Suns coming in. You know what I mean? These are all games that. Then we got the Bulls on the 28th, and then next thing you know, we get ready to go on that road trip, out to the coast. But you look at that, game coming up against the Rockets, that's winnable. You know what I mean? Then we go in the Valley of the Suns. Whether if we beat them, it's going to be a get-back game. Then we got the Clippers. You know what I mean? So, there's going to be some tough games. Because obviously we got, the Lakers and the Spurs. And then we come back home, Hornets, Celtics, right in our alley. So this up-and-coming schedule is going to be crazy. The Knicks got a chance to really, really make some noise. The Clippers going to be there. The Suns going to be there. The Lakers going to be there. But at the same time, you don't know what they might be thinking when that time of the season comes, when they say, okay, you know what? It's time to break it down a little bit. You know, we in the playoffs, we got our position in. They might don't want to play this player, they might don't want to play that player. And you know, so we got a good opportunity to close out the season, man, on a high note. But it starts tomorrow night, man, right at the arena, man, against the Hornets, 7:30 tomorrow. And you know, I'm looking at the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Hey, I take 4-1. You know, I take 4-1. You know, the Suns gonna be the game that we really gotta, you know, to chime in on. But I think the other games, I think we can get the Hornets and the Hawks. I think we can get the Raptors. I think we can get the Bulls. And then, you know, we go on that swing out in May. Get ready to close the season out pretty soon. So let's stay engaged, man. What's your feelings on this up-and-coming schedule, BX?
They have opportunity if they keep playing the way they're playing, they could win all these games. Even the Phoenix game. The Phoenix will be coming into the Garden on a back-to-back on a long East Coast road trip. You know, that has an effect on them. So I wouldn't call that as a loss there. They could have a hiccup on one of the back-to-back games, but I don't think so, man. The way they're playing, the way they're inspired, especially this overtime win, man, it's hard to see where the Knicks might get a loss. Maybe after beating Phoenix, they might have a little bit of a letdown with Toronto, and that to me is a sneaky game. That's a be careful game with the New York Knicks. They're gonna be they're gonna have a high on beating Phoenix. They're gonna have maybe possibly going in there and a long winning streak, you know, in a row, and that might be a sneaky game that Toronto could just be sneaky and just come in and steal one from us. But But the way they're focused, I wouldn't be surprised if they've closed out this homestand on a winning note, and also with that Clippers game. That's gonna if this comes to fruition that they go and win out these home games and they go on the road, and they're gonna want to give I think they're gonna give Clippers a really good hard fought game, and I think they might squeeze a nice regular season road game in the Staples Center, because last time we played them at home there was a close game, and this time around they don't have Lou Williams. You know, and they're not going to get that same offensive contribution that Will Williams gives them, that Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo is not going to pick up the slack there. And the Knicks play them tooth and nail, and they play them really strong. You know, that had the Clippers giving them praises, you know, how the Knicks played and this and that. So, you know, the Knicks are, I feel, a better team than once we played them in the beginning of the season. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks go into Staples Center and beat the Clippers on the road on the West Coast. It wouldn't surprise me one bit, Divine. I feel really good about this team. I mean, you know, yeah, they're gonna have to. Knock on wood, they don't. Hopefully, they finish the season, you know, on a remarkable winning streak. You know, super duper. You know, lose none, but they have to lose one game. But I don't see when, man. It's just that Toronto game is the only one that worries me a little bit. You know, that's the only one that just worries me. And, you know, hopefully they're focused. So hopefully, you know, because I think they're going to really beat the Suns. I think they're going to have one of those New York City gritty committee last possession or two, and they're going to squeak out a win with a defensive stop, you know, something that, you know, in that fruition. And Phoenix is going to be on, like I said, on the road, a long road trip on a back-to-back. And I think that's why I think the Toronto game is going to be a little sneaky. That's my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see that, and but I know it right now. I think the way they playing, we got to take them every Knicks right now, man. That just to win that game last night really showed me that they, you know, I mean, you're not playing no bunch of scrubs. New Orleans is not a scrub team. You know, I mean, they got an up and coming superstar and Dion Williamson. They got Brandon Ingram. You know, they got and even though Eric Bledsoe had a game of his life in the third quarter against us yesterday. But they're not playing no slouch team, man. Luka Doncic and Porzingis is not a slouch. You know what I mean? And these guys going there beating some quality teams. They went on the road and beat them dudes twice. You know what I mean? And these are Western Conference teams. You know what I mean? So, you know, to see the way we battle these teams, and I'm coming up on the W column against them, I think against a lot of people, man. I really do, man. Because I just think that, you know, when I was watching that game last night, and it was one possession where the Knicks was down in their 3-point stance. They was on defense. And they was locked in. They had them black uniforms on. I was like, yo, these cats is hard. They are hard. I was like, whoa. It looked so good, man. And Reggie Bullock was like, he was down in his 3-point stand. RJ was down in his 3-point stand. And them cats was like, okay, we about to shut y'all down. And that's what gave me that feeling, man. That it was like 90s basketball. It was like, you know what, John Starks, Greg Anthony, and them guys in a position locking down with Ewing in the back and Starks. And Anthony Mason and Oakley and them. That's how that team make me feel, man. It was like them cats is gritty, bro. So I'm like, you know what? I definitely like where we going. Quick, just a quick note on that Suns team. What was that? The Suns, last night they went to somewhere and they got handled the other night, by somebody. You know what I mean? So and that was the unusual. Oh yeah, the Spurs. The Spurs crushed them yesterday, like 111-85. You know what I mean? So and that was a blowout. The Spurs gave the Suns and Phoenix. So that I don't take that game lightly. I think Phoenix can come out here. I think we got enough firepower to slow down Booker. We got enough firepower to slow down Chris Paul and Ayton. We got enough firepower to slow these teams down. Our defense, a lot of superstars coming to these buildings, they don't always produce though. They don't always produce. So I'm excited about that, man. But yeah, we had a good show this morning, man. It's gonna be a quick show. We just wanted to come in and had a Knicks fan feeling good this morning. Then we'll be back on tonight for the night show. But we always like to keep our schedule going, man. We know y'all rely on us in the morning. When we say we're gonna be here, we're gonna be here. And that's our job as Knicks Real Talk, the morning show, to make sure we are giving that content in the morning. So everybody get out there today, man, and go do what you got to do. Get home safe tonight, man, and chill. And check us out tonight at 8:30. Y'all know what it is. Knicks Real Talk, the night show. We on prime time. Y'all already know. And man, we're gonna get up out of here pretty soon, man. I know BS got to continue doing what he's doing. I got to go get on my grind, my second COVID-19 shot, man. I get my last vaccine shot today, so I'm going out there to make it happen. And I'm just feeling good, man. So y'all know the drill. Y'all stay safe out there, man. And social distance, man. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and all that good stuff, man. And tune in tonight, man. Subscribe, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I ain't too proud to beg, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel, man, and let's get this thing popping out here so we can continue bringing y'all this content and build the platform to make the show better. And as we build it more better and better, more surprises, more dope things coming along. We're gonna have this show popping off. And my man BS Jedi 76 putting in all the work on the video in, man. And we getting it, man. We here, man. BS, man, give me some last word before we get out of here today, brother.
Absolutely. You have a good rest of the afternoon. Everyone in the chat, I thank you guys to coming in, and you guys have a great afternoon. Everyone listening and the viewers, I appreciate you guys coming to the Knicks Real Talk, the morning show, and we're gonna have a good day, and we'll talk about this tonight and the Knicks Real Talk, the night edition, and we'll be there, and I will be right front and center breaking down the Charlotte Hornet, New York Knicks, and I know the chat's gonna be on fire always. Every night show, the chat, you guys make this show, and the chat is always hilarious, and you guys are always chiming in. So I hope you guys join us later on tonight. Hit the like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. We definitely do this show is from a fan to the fans for the fans. So Knicks Real Talk. You guys have a good afternoon. This is your boy Bronx Jedi 76 wishing you a good afternoon. I see you later tonight, bro.
Yeah. Salute Brooklyn Belly. Peace, brothers. I see you, Brooklyn Belly, man. We be on tonight. Chime in tonight. Brooklyn Belly, get back on there tonight, man. We're gonna cut it up again tonight. Had some more to talk about, man. And but listen, man, everybody out there, have a good day, have a good morning, good afternoon. Be safe going on your destination, wherever your endeavors are today, man. Y'all be there, be safe, and enjoy your day, man. Knicks Real Talk, the morning show. We sign off, man. One love. We see y'all tonight. Peace. Yo, salute. Peace. See ya.